Alright, this is going to be a real quick review. So the 73 Volvo 142 GL is sort of the beginning of the line for the traditional squared off brick shaped Volvos. A lot of us don't really notice that. I mean, I did as a car enthusiast as a kid. The roof line and the body lines are essentially the same as what we came to know as the 240 later on. So Matchbox, in typical Matchbox fashion, did a very stock, pretty cool looking little 240. It's a sedan. I'm really hoping they do a station wagon as well as a 123 sedan, since they did the station wagon of that for the W123 Mercedes-Benz chassis. But anyway, so let's crack these open. It's a very apples to oranges comparison, but I think it's still one worth making since they came out in the past few months. So it's worth noting this is one of the Canyon Warriors series from Hot Wheels. It's a premium. I opened up the Mercedes a few months ago on my road trip in Pennsylvania. I just posted that on my Instagram recently. I reposted it. So again, pretty nice sort of premium casting on this one. Apologies for the noise this turntable makes. Let's crack open that Matchbox mainline. So, $1.18 or so at your local Walmart. Not as high end as the other one, for obvious reasons. It's not a high end car. It doesn't have real riders. It also is very stock, so in some ways that's kind of cool. It's a 2-door versus a 4-door. They're literally different in every way, except for the fact that they are Volvos from a similar era and have a similar chassis. The shaped bumpers on the Volvo is sort of ironic, of course. Volvo being such a safety-conscious brand. Kind of like that about this, I think. Sort of dichotomy of safety versus speed, practicality and stock stuff with Matchbox versus the hot rod stuff Hot Wheels likes to do. So there you go, that's the 142. And the Matchbox is right here. So it says 86, but essentially this same basic car was made up until, I want to say 1993, I believe was the last year of the Volvo 240. I'm sure somebody will correct me on that if I'm wrong. The 92 or 93, I think by 94 it was gone. The 850 had come in with all of its stupid front-wheel drive nonsense. I had an 850. I didn't hate it. They're not bad cars. But Volvo stuck to their guns for a long time with rear drive, and I thought it was disappointing when they basically just gave in to the mob of front-wheel drive. Is, more, it's thought to be more practical. It definitely isn't. Again, it's all relative, I suppose, but you'll never convince me that front-wheel drive is better than rear-wheel drive. Just don't believe it. Maybe for some small percentage of the driving public, but sadly we shouldn't cater to the feeble. And while there's plenty of argument to be made for a lot of front-wheel drive cars, there's a good argument to be made for the availability of rear drive, practical, pragmatic cars that have all but disappeared off the roads. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I know it's not the same thing. Kind of a wacky comparison to make, but here they are.